This is a review of the Ampersand Scratchbord toolkit, and I'm going to just demonstrate each of these. These are just some samples that I have here in the background, and so I'm going to try to zoom in here so we can see what these marks look like. So first one, and probably the most commonly used tool, is just the scratch making tool, and I usually work on the board and then put a piece of felt or fabric or even paper to just rest my hand on, so I'm not smudging anything that might be below if I had a larger board. So the line tool is just very fine mark making tool. It's removing the top layer of the India ink and digging into the clay layer, so the more pressure you put and the angle that you use it is going to kind of change the line quality that you get. Okay, so again, kind of used in different directions. You can even use this to kind of poke and make little stipple marks. So some artists who are insane will add value by just kind of removing tiny little dots and make marks that way. So this is the basic tool. This one is the fiber brush, and it can extend up as you use it, so it can you can use the whole thing. This is a great tool, especially if you like to use Scratchbord. It's more of like a loose texture or mark making tool, so this is just kind of like great for stuff like that. I feel like it really kind of flows on the surface, and then of course it does pick up the ink, so you might have to like wipe it off on something or even another piece of sandpaper to get the black ink off of it. But it can be used also in kind of a fine manner to add soft, kind of fluffy textures. So I use this one to do some of the dog fur on here, and the regular scratching tool to take out the value in the eyes. Okay. The other one that it comes with, and this one I use less often, is the wire brush, and so this is just going to remove a whole bunch of lines at one time. So you can see kind of how that works, maybe possibly for making fur. This one is a small wired tip, and it has about 4 or 5 notches in it, and it just removes very fine parallel lines, so you guys can see that. The wire brush, line tool, and the fiber tool. And it also has a little bit of this steel wool, and this is just to remove, if I can get it to remove anything. If we press on it, it should remove the very, very softest layer of the India ink on the surface. So you can use a tiny bit of it. You can even take some of the wool and wrap it around another kind of sharper tool to make it more controllable. And these are the different marks that you can make. Of course, not limited to these, but it's a great starter toolkit for anybody interested in learning the art of Scratchbord. Okay, enjoy.